they're not just actors, it's like they contribute in all ways. So whether it's, you know, ideas on the script or writing their own dialogue, or just even coming up with ideas for new scenes. It's been such an amazing experience working with these guys.
It's, you know, this line that I say to him,
yeah.
He's probably the only guy that would understand this in the whole thing, right, in the whole game.
Yes.
I got this gig because I came in as a guy to test the performance capture technology, because it's never been done before in Black Ops 1. So my introduction, I didn't even know the game was a video game. It was a job doing this thing. And I stuck around. So the process became very innate, and I became more of it's just something that it's like any other adjustment you make, like from film to when you do a stage, you project more. On film, you got to be aware of, you know, lens size, TV, you have multiple cameras. These are technical adjustments you need to make constantly as a career, as a professional actor, and it's just one more. Working in the volume is just a few tricks you got to learn, some technical things. And thank God they had me, because it would take them years to figure this out on their own.
He taught me a mean T-pose, I gotta say. I tell you.
You learned well.
We had many conversations on who he envisioned as the villain, and he's a father, a brother, you know, someone we can all relate to. And then there are moments of complete insanity. And for some people, it might be justified insanity. You know, if you know what I know about this guy, you know, I've had those moments. The difference that sets me apart from Raul Menendez is I just don't act out on those feelings. He does.
Well, I definitely had to do the research on as far as what the Alex Mason character was about, and what he brought to Black Ops 1, and then me being his son. What characteristics of Alex Mason would be driven through Commander David Mason, through interaction and throughout interaction, just from being his son. So I wanted to not only bring what he brought, but then also bring in my side of it, and you know, add that additional depth and motivation from what happened with him.
David can stay with Jenny, like before. She loves having him. He'll be fine.
Dad, you said you'd never go back to the Army. You promised me.
And everything is just sort of ornaments around you. So when I work with Kamar, I mean, he provides so much to work with that it creates that magic. And same with Rich, you know, you're feeding off each other. So the environment is almost secondary. It's like the relationship I've had with these guys that allow things to happen. And then they basically painted it anyways. It could be an airport, it could be a beach. You know, that's all generated, but what drives everything are these incredible relationships that have organically grown during the process.
And the script itself, the way the characters are written, they're very...
Anthony has nothing to do with this. It's all about us.
Did I say
it's all the actors, Rich.
No, I just feel like that the characters were pretty well rounded. There weren't any flat characters. So, especially these guys, you get up there in the volume and start doing your scenes with them. You can watch the whole spectrum of emotions happen with these guys. Not only because they're professionals, but they're bringing a great scene, a great written character to life.
Yeah. You know, the technology to actually get characters looking perfect, you know, is years away. I mean, it's not there yet. But in many respects, I actually don't think it has to be. Because I think if the performances and the world and the story, and it's all believable enough, I think people will not notice that.
Can't kill me. You know, all shit aside, man, we have a great relationship. We have a tremendously good time on set.
I was always surprised at how exhausted I was coming out of the voice booth every day, because we didn't have each other to work off of, and you'd have these varying levels of lines. The
degree meter, you know, 1 through 5 in terms of the intensity. You know, 1 being like, okay, just a conversation, 5 being like, it's a battle. It seems you gotta just bellow it.
You know, you get the computer monitor with your lines and the level and then you sort of a dark space underneath there. And that's why I personally would put whoever I'm talking to there and visualize their head. I remember I was yelling and pointing and yelling and throwing my arms at this black space, and to the point where I was almost like, oh.
Almost pass out, right?
And then I look around and there's nobody there. I can't even hear the people talking outside the booth. I'm like, yeah. It's really, I felt like a tool a lot of times. But
I think and they sit there and they'll ask for the same line.
Yeah.
5, 6, 10 different ways.
Yeah.
And that in itself is tough.
Yeah.
Find 10 different variations on how to say this line.
We don't need those variations, by the way.
Yeah, we want to share.
Identify Mason David. Retina scan confirmed.
Do what you can. I'll be on the bridge.
All right, it's time to stop playing around. This guy's on the loose. I need your help. So you gather your team up, you go out there, you buy Black Ops. As quick as you can. Run to the store, buy it. We're gonna get this guy.
Now, you may understand this, maybe you don't, but this fucking game. Oh yeah. You better see this shit or I'll come out of this fucking wheelchair and turn you into a piece of pie. Apple, that is. Black Ops 2. In stores, November 13. Pre-order your game. Now!